wake up call did she talk about that we talked about on the call?
It was really freaking scary because once I listened to it in the car, I was like,
I know.
do you guys ever notice that too? If you start talking about something, do you realize that somehow like it's going to be on the wake up call or like there's something really weird about that? So you guys, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 people on this call. That is fantastic. And I don't know, Sydney, you have to go get your hat. I'm sorry. You have to join the club.
That's what I'm going to say. I don't have one.
You better put that hood on your head. So anyways, you guys, what was I talking about? Oh, the free groups. Make them a fit community because it's just kind of like your like page you're just putting content, value. You don't have to post all the time in your free group if you're not doing a challenge, but make it a chance to post maybe once or twice a day in there, maybe go live. That's where you can really practice your live stuff. And what's going to happen is even if the people are not participating, and sometimes it's crickets, you guys, but don't look at it as a negative. Look at it like, all right, you know what? I want to practice going live because I'm scared out of my wits to go live. And I'm going live, which might I add, Danielle, Sydney, and Amanda Marshall all went live on my personal page tonight to recognize how Beachbody changed their lives. We created a little movement tonight, and it was really exciting. So you guys, you can do this with your team too. Ask them to do a 1-minute video of why they are part of your family. Why are they part of your fit community? And then give a prize out for it. And they can tag you, and they're putting their word out, and they're becoming more confident. Like it's not about you and recognition, but it's about confidence. You know what I mean? So that's amazing that you can do that for somebody. And I know Amanda was like, "Oh my God, Stacey, I was scared out of my wits," but she did it.
That's exactly how I felt. Yes. And I realized it wasn't 1 minute after I did it, and I wrote everything down that I wanted to say, but I was just like, well, I did it.
I'm so proud of you too. So you guys, this is what we're talking about. We're moving people. We're changing people. We're uplifting people. Remember what and she talked about this too. She talked about how she got into more of the ranking on the National Wake Up Call, and she forgot the core of why it was a really weird wake up call because we were talking about every single nugget Dimitri and I were, and it was eerie, scary. But if you go back to making it fun, that's why I was like, wear our winter hats today. We got to go back to making it fun. Like, that's where you get your juices from, and that's where your realness comes from. It's fun, and there's no such thing as perfection in this. You be who you are, every ounce of you, blood, sweat, and tears. If you had a bad day, if you had a great day, you celebrate it, you own it, you get on it. Why are we coaches? Have we all figured it out yet? It's to be our best selves. And that is your winning story. That's it. That's your winning story. You don't have to come up with like, God, I have to figure out why I'm a Beachbody coach. I got to figure this out so people will come and buy challenge packs for me. And I'm going to be a top coach, but I have to figure this out. You don't have to figure it out. The winning thing they say on the Social Team Builder is you don't give yourself enough credit for the story you have. Mm-hmm. You put it on the back burner because you know why? Probably for most of us, since we're all part of this tribe together, is you probably thought once upon a time that somebody else had the better story, had the better version. They have more than me. They look prettier than me, whatever it is. And guess what we get to do? We get to heal the little girl that is still in our childhood bedrooms. We get to give that to somebody else. Have you guys caught on to that yet? Like, that's why we do that. That's why we push. That's why we're in this group, because we're healing ourselves. And you get to use your platform tonight, tomorrow, through the holidays to show people that you are worth it. Because you know why? You're worth it. That is why we coach. That is why we coach. It's not about containers. Who cares? Who cares about the shake? Who cares about the workouts? I mean, yes, we care about them, but do you get what I'm saying? It is about
it's
you.
More than that.
Exactly. You've got to own your story. And people now, it's funny. I own my tragedy. I own my tragedy. I love my tragedy, which is something I never thought I would say. Do you guys realize that my story, I finally understand the value of it because it's my greatest gift to be myself. If I could go and talk to a medium and talk to my father and tell him in such a weird way, thank you for taking your life, which is really weird to say, I would not be sitting here with 8 girls. I would not be sitting with you. I would never have gone to therapy to work on myself. I would never have reached out to Demetria to say, I'm ready to change. His tragedy was my greatest gift. You take your tragedy and you make it your greatest lesson, and you make it somebody else's gift. People will feel it through the vibes of this computer screen, your cell phone, whatever it is. That's why you coach. That is why you push. That is why you never quit on yourself. You don't quit on yourself. When you quit on yourself, you're only letting yourself down. So do the things that are scary as heck for you. Do them. Do them tonight. Go on live. Be proud that you're a Beachbody coach. Say it out loud to Facebook. Own it. Own that you're a bomb mom and a great wife. Own that maybe you have some things that you're working through. Own them. When you own them, that is your miracle story. That is what Team Builder is teaching me. And I am telling you, if I couldn't get, I would be caught showing you all this, but I'm going to tell you everything that I'm learning. If you don't put value on what you've got, why run a business? You can't help anybody. You can't help yourself, right? Who's going to help you? You are going to help you. How many times do we tell people, how many times do you get mad that somebody drops off a challenge pack and says, it's just not for me, I'm just not doing it? They let themselves down, didn't they? But in the meantime, are you letting yourself down too in your business? Are you letting yourself down by not excelling and by not going outside of your comfort zones? I've done it. Can you be truthful right now and raise your hand?
Mm-hmm.
I've done it. It's okay. It's okay. But tonight is different. Tonight, you get to lay your head down tonight and say, you know what? I'm going to change that. I'm going to rewire myself. And I'm going to tell people who I am. And I'm going to love the person I see in that mirror. I didn't love myself for a very long time. And when my compass left me and checked out because he couldn't even love himself, I had to change for him. I owed that to the man that sacrificed his life for me and my family. My dad did that to save us. I know this. And I know Demetria knows this because she knows my dad. He saved us. I don't agree with it, but he gave me my platform to say, you know what, Stacy? Stop following the crowd and you run your own race. You stop doing it. And it took me 15 years later, every single day of falling down to figure it out. But Beachbody and being a coach gave me the push I needed to make it actually go through. That's why you all do that. So you have to think of your stories tonight. You have to think about that why. Danielle Eustace just texted me, and I know I can say this. She said, you made me figure out my why tonight, my real why tonight. She's like, I'm going to think about it. I want to just explain it to you later. But she figured it out tonight. It's an emotional why. It's not because I want to change the world. Great, be a Girl Scout cookie. That's awesome. You don't want to be a Girl Scout cookie. You want to be somebody who influences and creates a movement. Remember Christina Delgado when she did the I Am Team Beachbody? That is us. We can do that. We can do that. All of us can. We can do it together. So when you're out there and you're afraid to tell people you're a coach, or maybe you go on live and, you know, what I used to do when I was back in the day, I used to be like, okay, so I just want to talk to you about how great I love being a coach, but, I'm not trying to pressure you or anything, right? Because you're afraid. You want to make sure you're not going to make anybody mad. You're only making yourself mad because you're not owning who you are, right? You look at the camera and you go, I'm a Beachbody coach. I'm a Beachbody coach. I love it, right? I'm a mom. I love it. Own it, right? That's what we have to do tonight. We got to push. We got to own our stories. So How many of you, with a show of hands, would you say at this point that you push away your story? Do you push away your story? Do you not give your story enough credit? What can we do tonight? Open discussion. What can you do tonight to start owning your story, which in turn will help you heal, but also grow your business because people will connect more with the realness to you guys. You guys practice your storytellings yet on your Facebook pages? Are you guys learning to be storytellers? It's
Just
really
by believing in yourself and, you know,
I think that's a big piece. You have to. That's probably the biggest golden nugget there is right now. You guys, you have to
just be true to yourself and not worry about what people think. And I struggle with that.
And the thing is, we can do something different with that. We can retreat or we can move into it. As Demetria and I talked on the phone today, we can lean into whatever it is we are going through. We can own whatever it is that is happening to our lives currently. Share that. I mean, do you guys realize your post can be a daily diary entry to your soul? And someone's going to be like, wow, I never even knew. But I can tell you this, one of the biggest things I've learned in the last couple of days in this thing is be uncomfortable as much as possible. You want to take your time and you want to become a storyteller. And storytelling means when you're a Beachbody coach, you're not the person to save these people. When you have your team and you have your coaches and you have your challengers, you're not to help them. I mean, you cannot make them lose weight. You cannot make them have a business. You can't make them do free groups. You can't make them do anything. Demetria offered me an opportunity and I ran with it, and I was the one coming to her. I was the one asking her. She doesn't call me. She does not call me. I can tell you that. She doesn't call me to say, did you get this in? Did you do that? She's not doing that. And if you're not looking for, like, why hasn't my coach called me? She's only going to call you to make sure you're cool. Like, how's your day? Like, what can I do to help you? Just so you know I'm there. It's up to you. You got to ask the questions. You got to dig deep. You got to find out your way. Personal development, personally, is the only way you're going to get there. It's the only way you're going to get there. Add on with some training. So if you're not in, personally, Social Team Builder, I think is the best right now. It's $300, you guys, but if you can save your money and stash it away, self-paced, you guys, and you're supposed to watch these videos 3 times before you execute. And I'm telling you, I learn something every time. It's like when you reread a book and you go, I didn't know that part was there. You learn something new every single time. So when you're storytelling on your Facebook pages, you want to get very specific in detail. You want to connect with them first emotionally about something. And it should be a pain point, but it should be something that you've had a pain point on. Okay. So for example, let me go to one of my posts here because I can't think of one off the top of my head.
I know a big one for me is anxiety.
Oh God, me too. It's the worst. It is the worst. Anxiety and depression too. Those are hard ones. Let me find one real quick. This one real fast. I did a picture of my kids today. It did really good. It got 33 likes, but you want to have some comment engagement too on your pictures. So think of creative things like ask them like what you want to wear, like pick A or B, or have them have a guessing game. Like what picture did I have? What picture was I pregnant with my first child in, or something like that? And you can do engagements and stuff like that. But I wrote, how amazing is it when you fall in love with somebody and that love creates this? And I pointed down to my kids. I said, you know, it's funny. I can remember still living at my parents' house and I was dating John. So I'm also giving them history of myself too. They want to know who you are. They don't care about that. They want to know who you are. At this point, we had been engaged for 8 years we've been together for 8 years and I just got engaged. I was about to move out of my house for the very first time and move in with my fiance and enter into the next phase of my life. I can remember looking at my ring and feeling so many emotions from it. I would close my eyes and envision in my bedroom what my life was going to look at as I married my future Prince Charming. I would even take one of my throw pillows from my twin bed that was on my comforter since I was in middle school. See how specific I'm getting? You can relate to like the middle school comforter that you had like probably till like last year, like I did. You know what I mean? Like you can relate to these things. Like, oh God, yeah, remember my strawberry shortcake comforter, you know, or whatever. You know, it's like I was, you know, my comforter set that I still had in middle school, and I placed it under my shirt to see what it would look like the day I became pregnant. So many dreams came from my childhood bedroom, and I'm so glad 3 of them came true. 1, I got my Prince Charming, my ever after. 2, we made our son, who is amazing and in all he does, gentle and kind too. 3, we completed our family with our daughter, who brings sunshine to our life. The best part is I'm making more childhood bedroom dreams come true by being a Beachbody coach. All of those dreams we still have sitting in our childhood bedrooms are reachable. Here's what I tell my challengers and my fellow coaches. You can turn your can'ts into cans and your dreams into plans. Never let it be said that to dream is a waste of one's time, for dreams are our realities in waiting. In dreams, we plant seeds of our future. Are you ready to make your dream come true? Comment dreamer and I'll reach out. Let's set you free.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, I loved that.
So I'm going to tell you how I get these. Number 1, I sit back and I think of something that's just kind of floating through my mind of a child. I mean, my kids, I can think of my childhood as a child by looking at my kids. I'm sure we've all done that, right? And then try to connect a little bit more, try to be very specific, you know, like my comforter set, putting my pillow underneath and looking in my closet mirrors in my childhood bedroom. How many of you dreamed and dressed up in your bedroom and played those roles and you were so excited, but then once you stepped out of your childhood bedroom, you closed in and you weren't so confident and happy anymore? You're setting that person free. People can relate to the girl in the bedroom. And then when you can get some inspirational quotes, you go on Pinterest and you find those things and you can kind of sprinkle them in with your own stuff. So you want to get them emotionally and you want to tell your story, and then you want to do a call to action. Inspire. You have to get them with the emotion first. And this is not trying to be sneaky, because I genuinely want to connect with somebody who gets what I'm saying. I want to get that. So that's what you guys do when you're becoming a coach. But guess what I just did? I just reminded myself of the 3 awesome things I've done in my life from my childhood. I got to heal that part of my soul. You know, I'm sorry. I just get so distracted by Mary Poppins. It's killing me right now. Mary Poppins is Danielle Eustace, just so you know.
Sorry.
So, no, I love it. So those are my big things. And I want to try to find one more thing that they talked about the other day. Give me 1 second. This is another big one. You cannot coach from your ego. You cannot coach from your ego, like at all coach from your ego, okay? You must always be the student. You must focus on your own healing first. To get more real with you, you have to let go of ego and go with your, I can't say the word, authenticity. That's who you need to come connect with. I can never say that word. That they say let go of ego completely. So if you're trying to be this amazing person you already are, you just have to let go of that trying piece. But that's hard to do, but we get to practice it. So keep practicing to say goodbye to your ego. A great book is The Power of Now. If you guys don't know about this, it's by Eckhart Tolle. He literally talks about letting go of your ego and learning to be more present. It's a book where you really don't read it start to finish. You just kind of read it from, like, you just kind of open the book and it kind of speaks to you. That's the kind of book reader I am. So if you want to grab that book, it's a kind of a weird book to understand, but if you keep reading it, you'll get the lingo. It's a special kind of language. And another thing we talked about the other day too, you guys, is stop looking at others and get rid of the resistance and let that go. Like literally have fun. Like just have fun. You know, these theme days are to get us to let loose and let go. Like nobody care. Everybody went and put something on their heads. And it was fun, right? One does it, we all do it. So we're so part of an amazing movement, you guys. And I think everybody here understands that it just starts with you, and you just continuously work on your free therapy. You reach out to your coach. Demetri and I probably should get married at this point and just live together because
True.
I talk to her in the bathroom with my earbuds on. I talk to her in the car. I mean, it's ridiculous, but I love it. Like, I love it. And we speak the same language. I think we should get a DNA test too, because sometimes I think we're related. It's really weird. So Jerry Springer in a way. I'm like, we should get married. Maybe I'm your sister. I don't even know. It's crazy. So basically, you guys focus on that tonight. Focus on the biggest piece tonight before we end is just focus on that story. And something that's coming to my mind is Demetri would talk about Parmesan cheese. And that was her story about her family. And she'll go into that detail later. That's not my story to tell. But as something as little as Parmesan cheese, which we'll probably hear later on, you own your story. You know, you own your story. I used to not want to tell a soul that my dad took his life. I didn't want people to know that. I didn't want people, but it was clearly obvious because I was suffering and they knew something was wrong with me and they wanted to ask where my dad was. And then when I told them, like, oh, well, he passed away. And then I got the next question, which was, well, how did he pass away? Which I don't know why people ask that question, but I would kind of swallow it for a minute. And sometimes I would be like, he was just sick. Or sometimes I would just kind of like act stupid. I was embarrassed of it. I was humiliated by it. But it's really weird. I'm okay with it now to an extent. You know, his birthday is coming up. This is a hard month for me. So I'm going to use it as my platform in my coaching business. It's funny how my dad is still my number one cheerleader. He was the one that told me to go to hair school, and I went. And he's also the one that I had another conversation with, just, you know, with myself about coaching. You know, it's funny, it's ironic, and this is weird. I don't know why I'm thinking of this now, Demetria, and I don't know why I didn't put this together until 2 years later. Do you realize that the reason I became a coach, obviously, was because John was, he was on strike with Verizon, and we weren't getting paid as a family. And what's very coincidental about this is my dad worked for Bell Atlantic, which now was Verizon, and my dad got laid off.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even realize that. And I wanted to save my dad when all this happened, and I wanted him to get a job, and I wanted him to fix it. But what's interesting, and I'm literally connecting right this very moment, is the fact that it's almost the same situation. It was a no job for my husband, and I wanted to fix. And I did that. And I helped my family through Beachbody. So it's kind of a really cool thing. I mean, you guys, we're part of an extraordinary company. We're a part of an extraordinary thing where all they care about is you. Yep. Don't lose sight of that. Don't forget about that in your business. Let go of the ranks. Let go of the success club, because all that will come automatically if you just love who you are. It'll just come. It's a byproduct of it. We say that all the time, but sometimes we forget. We get, I gotta be diamond. I gotta be 1 star. I gotta be 5 star. Doesn't it just happen if you just do what you're supposed to do? It just happens. So, and you just let it go. Let it go. That doesn't mean not care about it, but it really does mean let it go. Let it go. Have fun. Get on Facebook tomorrow and go live tomorrow on your page. Talk about something really uncomfortable. Do something that you never would do. I guarantee you'll get more viewers, you'll get more people reaching out, and you'll definitely become a better version of you. So I'm going to leave you guys with that tonight. And I want you guys to own your stories tonight. And if you don't know what your story is, get your piece of paper out tonight and write your avatar down. Your avatar is you. Your likes, your dislikes, your struggles, your highs, your lows. When you write all of that down, that's your avatar. Give that avatar a name, and those are the things you get your posts from. they're you. Don't you want to connect to somebody who's just like you? You don't want to connect to somebody who's like, I don't know. I mean, for me, I don't want to connect to somebody who like is a, I don't know. I hope nobody is like a quilter or something. I don't know. I can't think of anything like that. Like, that's not me. Like, I can't think of anything. I
Right.
don't know. Or like a hat maker. I don't know. I mean, like, I'm not a hat maker. And no hate on the hat makers, but I'm like, that's it's a quilter. I love it. But you know what? I love this group. I love that we created Push because if you guys notice, it has been jack squat about getting Success Club. It's been jack squat about all because it doesn't matter, you know. Be you. Be the best version of you. But you know what? You gotta start owning your story. So think of that. And if you need help storytelling, reach out to me. I would love to help you. And what we could do, if you'd like, you guys, is next Thursday. How about we just do this? This will be a lot easier. Next Thursday, I want everybody who's going to come into the Push call. Actually, it's not next Thursday, is it?
That's our team call.
That's our team call. It's going to be next month, right? Yes.
Yeah.
So next month, this time next month. So sorry, you guys. So that'll be the second week
I
of
might
November.
have to miss that one.
That's okay. But you get a whole month. That's even better. Come up with your avatars and come up. I want you guys, everybody's going to get on and everybody's going to do it 3 minutes and you're going to tell me your story in 3 minutes, but it's got to be 3 minutes because we got a lot of people on here. So I'll time you guys and everybody's going to come on and you're just going to story tell. That way we can see you and we can help practice and we can start giving some tips and tricks. So I think that'd be better. And you practice being live and then you practice being your storyteller. Okay. All right. Sound like a good deal? In the meantime, you guys enjoy your Thanksgivings and keep owning your stories. That's it. All right. That's all I got for you. Thanks for the winter hat theme, you guys. It was awesome. We'll do another theme.
Winter, sorry.
No, Danielle, I'm telling you, that was the best hat of the night.
I didn't even have one, so.
That was the best hat of the night. Sydney looks like she's, I don't know, she needs to go to CVS and go buy some sinus medication. Oh my God. All right, guys, I love you. Please know that you can come to me and ask me any question under the sun. We're all coaches, but we're all just trying to be better people. So don't feel like you can't reach out to anybody who you feel connected to, who you feel comfortable to. That's what it's about. And remember, avatars, owning your story, and we'll check back in a month and I want to hear how you guys are doing. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Y'all have a
Thank
great
you.
night. You're welcome. I'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.